if you've got something that you want, what is stopping you from getting it? In all honesty, I mean, I feel like people, well, the majority of people, there's kind of like an awakening that you should have, kind of a self-reflective awakening, where you can actually understand the fact that you're not just floating through space in your life, right? I mean, I'd go so I don't want to make this political or anything, but I feel like the education system is almost sort of setting you up that way. Like you do what you're told, so it's not like everybody grows up unless they've got some baller parents or whatever who can support them and say, "Oh, dude, you can do whatever you want, man." I think just from childhood onward, you're kind of put in this little box. You just do what you're told and follow your script, and that's the end of it. Oh man, you gotta realize that you're in complete control, right? You're behind the wheel every fucking day, you know, and if you're not where you want to be, to blame external circumstances, to blame like, well, I could do it if I was so and so. Well, if I didn't have to do this, then I'd be able to do it. Well, I'm so busy with this. There's no way I can make time for it. I mean, it's. I'm sure it feels right to say that. It feels good to say, oh well, the reason I couldn't do it isn't because I didn't want it, or not because I didn't want to put the work in. It's because of something else. It's not my fault. That's a very reassuring and a very comforting thought process. But that's the fucking antagonist of any sort of progress in any sort of fucking realm of anything. Somebody who's fucking a little bit more, let's just say, in tune with their own reality will understand that, like, sure, outside shit, it'll fuck with you. Things will kind of get in your way or whatever, but that's just an extra challenge for you to deal with. There's no, I mean, the only thing stopping you from doing something, if let's say, people are going to talk smack about you or whatever. I mean, I've got a fair amount of, I don't want to say hate, but yeah, I do kind of want to say hate. And I'm not talking about right now. I mean, way back when I started lifting, because even before I was, I'd say I'm getting close to yoked now. Back when I was a 160 pounder, 170 pounder, I mean, junior, senior year high school, bringing in egg whites in my lunchbox and fucking, just drinking eggs or going to the gym every night, super late. I mean, it's like, oh wait, like you kind of just seem like a nutcase, right? But if what you want to do is gonna, make people say shit or whatever, for you to actually feel annoyed or to feel discouraged by that, it's really just your own mind allowing them to think that, or allowing them to, what's the word I'm trying to say here? Shit. I'm trying to make the analogy that, like, the reason a ship doesn't sink is because the water doesn't get into it. So if you can kind of toughen up your mind to the point where, smack talk or whatever discouraging shit out in the world just can't even, intrude into your mind, and you just don't even think about it, then it's going to be impossible for anybody to fucking, turn you away from something that you want to do. But main idea that I'm trying to get at is you've got to take responsibility if you want to get a